So as I was packing for Singapore, I was looking through a bunch of my Explorer stuff, and I actually realized that I never made a video for you guys about this. So one of the principal experts on the Explorer blasters in the United States is a nerfer named Chris Cartaya, or Cartaya Modworks out of California, and he helped me overhaul my X-Mando to get it to chamber, modern X-Darts. He also makes X-Darts in the United States, which is something that not a lot of United States players do. It's actually very difficult because of the way that the Explorer system works to get consistent Explorer parts outside of Singapore. So I'm excited to go to Singapore to like get a feel for how it all works when it's together in its home. But this is an X-Dart. It's actually a rifled tip. It's a short dart, so it's the Singaporean equivalent of a Stefan, or in our case, a Southeast Slug is what we use down south. But when he sent back my X-Mando, he actually sent me one of his Ultra Matches. So this is an Ultra Match ZDS Rev 1.1, and he has a very complicated nomenclature system for these, but luckily, he's made it stupid dummy drac proof with 19 kilograms. So this has a 19 kilogram nested spring load. He redoes the internals. He brass barrels these, then he adds tightening rings and telescopes the barrels out. And it's my understanding that Chris used to be like an Olympic shooter, so he likes long range, high accuracy type pistols because that's what I think he used to shoot. Now, you have to prime it first. It is a very heavy prime. It reminds me a lot of the New Zealand blaster from Frankenzilla that I got. I decided to call that the Monster Blaster. So this is a looser brass, and then it gets much tighter as it goes down. You actually have to hand load these. We will start with an X-Dart because that's what Chris designs these to use. So this X-Dart is loaded now, and we didn't want to vacuum load it. Now I will say the one thing I don't like about this is the first time I fired it, I was firing it real steel style, which means that I tried to choke as far up on the action as I possibly could, so to mitigate the recoil because it is a very heavy spring load. Well, that was a mistake because this will cut the bejesus out of you if you're up and on the action. So you don't want to be here. You really don't even want to be here. You want to get your webbing as far down on an Ultra Match as you can so that you don't cut yourself. And that's the last thing I want to do before I spend 30 hours on a plane. So here's a distant shot, and you can see why Chris likes these. That one did some crazy spirals, but it broke the tree line, which means that this is breaking 100 feet. Now, I also wanted to demonstrate that it's putting a lot of kinetic energy downrange. Hopefully I didn't just vacuum load that one. Oh no. Oh no! I think we're good. Never look down the barrel of something like this, but again, for those of you that are new to the channel, I'm wearing safety goggles, which double as video goggles. Set up a box, so if this will fire, if I didn't actually vacuum load it, we should be able to hit this box, and sometimes it dents and breaks cardboard. There's a lot of power behind these little pistols he makes. My neighbor's gonna find that, be upset with me. So it's shooting a little high, or holding high, I guess. Can try once more. There we are. Man, again, high. I'm gonna have to aim low. Anybody seen the Dodgeball comedy movie? I think it's from like early 2000s. Their team motto is aim low. I think that that's funny. Still, to this day, it was one of the first American comedies I ever saw. Too low. This is embarrassing. This box is only like 30 feet away and I can't hit it. If I don't get it with this X-Dart, I'm going to have to recover these darts. This is ridiculous. Chris should have sent himself to aim this. I have it on good authority that when he goes to wars, he usually just stands behind his team and provides support fire with one of these guys. Alright, closer, can't miss from this distance. I'm done. I quit. Alrighty, so try once more. That should have vacuum loaded this in. eventually we'll show that this can point blank cardboard. There we go. I don't know if that dented it or not, but since it is still chambered for .50 caliber foam, it will in fact fire elite darts as well, and they get insane ranges too. This video is embarrassing. It's like, watch Drac miss a box 4 times, but what can you do? Wow, just gone. So maybe he fires full-length darts out of this. I'm not sure what this one was necessarily designed for. I know that he made it for me especially, and so I really wanted to feature it in a video, but I must not have ever gotten around to it. That happens in the workshop sometimes. But this is the Ultra Match by Chris Cartaya. He has an Etsy store where he sells these, and I'll link that in the description box below. They are very expensive, but he makes some of the toughest pistols like this around. I wish that they didn't have exposed brass, and I wish that this one didn't cut me because it had no clearance for its plunger here, but I think that that's all part of the price you have to pay when you want absolute zero dead space and the most efficient barrel possible. I'd still put a flash hider on this so that you don't get cut, but I guess if you're not playing close quarters and you're just far behind everybody else at the war, it doesn't really matter if you have a flash hider or not. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this look at a very powerful Rebel pistol. I can certainly appreciate the poetry of turning the "it's for girls" line into something that's quite scary in and of its own right. But that's the Ultra Match. Much love. Nerf on. Drac out.